As Manipur continues to be in turmoil, let's have a relook at the sequence of events that unfolded in the last 1.5 months. Well, on March 27, the Manipur High Court had directed the state government to submit recommendations to the centre on inclusion of Meiteis in ST list and consider the case within a period of 4 weeks. The order, however, came to public knowledge only by April 19th. And as tension built up surrounding the High Court directive, an open gym was burned down in Churachandpur ahead of Chief Minister 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗂𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏 Singh's visit to the district to inaugurate the same. Soon after the incident, Section 144 was imposed in affected areas of Manipur. Meanwhile, internet services too were suspended for a period of 5 days in the state. However, things were not at all headed towards normal and things escalated through the Tribal Solidarity March of May 3rd, which led to violence and complete disruption of law and order in the Kuki-dominated hill districts and the Imphal Valley. The violence continued to escalate, calling for the deployment of army in the state. The situation deteriorated to such an extent that the governor gave out shoot-at-sight orders. And as the situation continued to escalate, the forces started conducted aerial surveillance of vulnerable areas. Vigil was also stepped up along the Indo-Myanmar border. Focus was also on the evacuation of violence-hit people to restrict casualties. Thousands from both valley and hills were evacuated by the army and Assam Rifles. Meanwhile, following petitions, the Supreme Court took strong note of Manipur High Court directive on Meitei ST status. The much-awaited visit of Union Home Minister to Manipur began on May 29th. And during the next 3 days, Home Minister Amit Shah met civil society organizations, intellectuals, women groups and political leaders from both Imphal Valley and the affected hill districts. Concluding his visit to the state on June 1st, Home Minister Shah announced a slew of measures which included formation of a Judicial Inquiry Commission to probe the violence and formation of a peace committee, among others. Finally, on June 10th, NEDA convener and Assam Chief Minister 𝗟𝗏𝗄𝗏𝗂𝗏 visited Imphal and held discussions at length with Chief Minister 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡 and some CSOs from the valley. Meanwhile, the centre announced the formation of a 51-member peace committee under the Manipur governor, with Chief Minister 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡 as a member of the panel. The formation of the peace panel, however, did not go down well, with some members from both the valley and the hills. Kokomi withdrew from the peace committee the very next day. Meanwhile, the Kuki INP and the ITLF raised strong objections to the inclusion of Chief Minister 𝗟𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡𝗏𝗡 in the peace committee. And just when it was as though that the violence has subsided a bit, fresh escalation took place in 𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗃 area, which is in the periphery of the valley and the hills. At least 9 people were killed in the violence in 𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗃. And the spate of attacks on the properties of elected representatives continued, with torching of Minister 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃's official residence in Imphal. Law and order situation continued to further deteriorate in Imphal, with the residence of Union Minister of State for External Affairs and Education 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 set ablaze by an irate mob.